They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. You know, Tory Lowe made me mad before he left. You know why? Because we actually agreed about something. That's not supposed to happen. That can't happen. And then I was sitting there inside with other teammates. Is it me or is it hot in here? Is
It's hotter than normal.
It's hotter than
freezing.
Like, usually I'm cold, and so I habitually take off. I habitually put on my sweater or jacket because it gets cold in here. You got all this equipment and all this. And today I was like, what's going on? And it's hot out there too. It's hot in the 3rd Street Market as well. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But something's going on today. Because me and Tory Lowe agreed, and we like to kind of chop it up and talk about stuff and toss stuff around and then go eat. But Russia is claiming they shot down U.S.-made ATACMS missiles, ACTAMS, or whatever you call it, whatever the acronym is. The Russian Defense Ministry said on Tuesday that it defeated a Ukrainian attack in the western Bryansk region shortly before Kremlin updated its nuclear weapons doctrine to allow for nuclear strikes in response to foreign ballistic missile attacks. So what they did is they said it's eye for an eye. You shoot us, we shoot you. You shoot a bullet, we shoot a bullet back. You shoot a missile, we shoot a missile back. You shoot a nuke, we shoot a nuke back. Russia just said today they updated their nuclear weapons doctrine that if you shoot a ballistic missile at them, they can respond in a nuclear fashion. 2 U.S. officials also confirmed to ABC News, where I got this from, abcnews.com, abcnews.go.com, that Ukraine had for the first time fired ATACMS at targets in Russia. They fired 6 ballistic missiles. According to confirmed data, the American-made attack operational tactical missiles were used. Fragments fell on technical territory of a military facility. A fire broke out and it was extinguished. So here's my question. Biden said the entire time of this war, for a little over 1,000 days, maybe like 1,001 days, that you can't use our missiles to fire into Russia. You can use our missiles to fire when they're in Ukraine, or if they're in I'm just making up, Poland or whatever neighboring country they might be in, right? You can do that. But you can't fire them into Russia, because if you fire them into Russia, then Russia's going to take that as we're assisting you to fire on them, and they will then declare war on the United States. What am I missing that Joe Biden would give the Ukraine permission to do that? Now, granted, they're in the region, they're close to the city, they've taken the city, and those missiles will allow them to keep control of the city. Possibly. It's a war. Anything could happen. But why now? So, are you waiting for Donald Trump to come into office so you can then start a war and then say, hey, it's on you? Because that's just bizarre. We've already got troops in the area. But now, get this. You're starting issues for the United States of America to split us. So how many different wars do you think will break out if we start fighting against Russia? Just a show of hands. 5? Okay. You just guessed that, right? You just took us off the... We got Russia. We got the Middle East with Israel. We got Taiwan. We got North Korea. That's 4. We cannot sustain a fight in 4 areas. We tried that with World War II when we were at war with Japan and Germany. We were in Italy. Like, we had people fighting all over the world. South Pacific. It was all over the world. For good reasons, but for no reason. So many people attacked America at that time that we literally had to use and drop a hydrogen bomb on Japan to stop their attack because they were ferocious. So what are we doing now? Are we ginning up for World War III? Russia has already said they made changes to their nuclear doctrine. Putin signed it today. The use of Western non-nuclear rockets by the armed forces of Ukraine against Russia can prompt a nuclear attack. That means fallout for all of Europe. One of the U.S. officials said that they're not surprised by what they called irresponsible rhetoric from the Kremlin, but that the U.S. sees no indications Russia actually plans to use nuclear weapons. Okay, so here's the question. Do you really know that before they do it? I was talking to him, and he just hauled off and hit me. Well, did you see any indications that he was going to smack you? Nope. Just like Tyson smacked Jake Paul. No indications Tyson was going to do it, and then he just stepped up and smacked him. At some point, we're going to have to believe that Russia is going to do what they said. President Joe Biden approved Ukraine's use of long-range American-made MGT-140 Army Tactical Missile System, colloquially called the Attack MS, missile system, I don't know, to hit targets in Russia in Western Kursk region. What would you think would happen? Are you hoping the dust up doesn't happen until after Trump gets in the office and then you can go, hey, I didn't do it? I don't understand that. To say no all this time and then to now say yes. Which is going to touch off Taiwan. It's going to touch off China. It's going to touch off North Korea. It's going to touch off Israel. At some point, we're going to be fighting on about 4 different fronts. And our troops are already thin. And I don't know if this generation wants to go to war. They don't even want to join the military. They don't even want to join the police. And this is who we're going to trust to defend our democracy? This is who we're going to trust to step up to say they love this country so much that they're going to help fight to keep it? These are the same people that are crying about democracy under Donald Trump when they gave up most of their freedom under Joe Biden and didn't think anything about it. It's all or it's nothing. You're either free and it doesn't matter who the president is, or you're not. We have people that died because of missteps made by President Joe Biden. Iraq. What are we doing? This has nothing to do with politics. But if we keep this up, you don't have to worry about an inauguration on January 20th. We're going to have to look at that day and equate it to something simple. World War III.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth. Coming with straight truth.
And I have to think that some African-American men that are pronounced in supporting Donald Trump, they're scared too. They're scared of not knowing if they're going to be gainfully employed. They're scared if their baby mama might be taking custody of their kids. They're scared they might get pulled over by the police and killed, all of which may get worse under Donald Trump.
Listen to The Truth with Sherwin Hughes, weekdays from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Milwaukee Black Talk.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With limited incomes not keeping up with the lingering effects of inflation, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
It's 1017 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Don't spend another winter shivering at home with wind howling through your windows. Take advantage of this deal from Pella. No interest, no payments for 12 months. Keep your home comfortable and save on energy bills thanks to customizable windows and doors from Pella. Pella can design them to look like they've been a part of your home throughout its history. Visit PellaWI.com today. Certain restrictions apply. Ends 11/30 of 2024.
As a bull rider, I prefer to do things single-handedly. That's why I love the UW Credit Union app. Doggy! It lets me check accounts, make transfers and more on the go. And if I need an extra hand, UW Credit Union has 13 Milwaukee area branches. Yippee! So, if you want simple mobile banking, mosey on over to UW Credit Union. They're here for every y'all. Federally insured by NCUA.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They treated me like family.
They're actually people that you can depend on.
They made me feel seen. They really treated me like I was a part of their family, a part of their team.
They ask how you're doing, how you're feeling.
They're just so welcoming and so sweet and kind.
It's like family, caring about another member of the family.
If you've been injured, it costs you nothing to see if Gruber Law Offices can help.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. I was trying to get the TV so I could see Elon Musk is having his launch this afternoon, SpaceX in Texas. So I was trying to see if I could find it, see what was going on with it. Maybe it's done already. I don't know. So what time is it supposed to launch? They said 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, something like that. Anyway, I'm watching the news. CNN and Fox News, those are the two largest that should have information on it. 833-212-1017 is the number. So while I'm in that mode of complaining with Dr. Ken's Truth, I gotta complain about somebody said it got to be getting hot in here. Look, the temperature on my phone this morning said high of 136 degrees. I don't think so. This morning, the high said it's like 60 degrees outside, right? And so because it's so warm and everything here is set, there's no air blowing. Like it's 56 degrees and the high today is 60. So it's kind of warm up in here. It kind of warm up in here. Anyway. Stuff I need to let y'all know because it's 17 minutes after the hour. The award-winning 1017 The Truth is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. Panthers look to get back in the win column tonight as they travel to Pittsburgh to take on the Duquesne Dukes. Scott Warres has the coverage starting at 5:30 today, so my show will end about 30 minutes early on 1017 The Truth and Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off is set at 6 o'clock. So I'm here till 5:23-ish. Then we'll play a little music. Then I'm going to roll out at 5:25, maybe 5:26, something like that. Anyway, you know what? Let me just tell you now because I had it all wrote down because, you know, I got to do stuff like that. So we still got traffic, weather, and sports and all that stuff, right? So we got we'll break at 26. So we got music before that. Then I'll be talking blah, 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 blah. Then I'll say bye. Then take a break. Then we'll do traffic at 5:29. End the show at 5:30. Then we'll have Scott Warres. It'll be going. So you better stay right here. Because, you know, I'm going to check. I'm going to check your social media. Matter of fact, I'm a tunnel into your camera on your computer or phone so I can see you watching. Okay, let me shut up, because if somebody do it, they'll be trying to sue me. Dr. Ken broke in and he looked at mine. And it wasn't me. 833-212-1017 is the number. All right, so this is something that's near and dear to my heart, but I want to tell people, and they're going to get mad. I messed it up. Okay, let's do that, and that. So, I have a message for people who celebrate Christmas. Technically, I have a people who celebrate Christmas who are not Christian. Let me put it like that, okay? So, number one, Christmas is not before Thanksgiving, all right? Christmas is not before Thanksgiving. I heard Christmas music before Halloween, which I thought was kind of odd. Music started right after Halloween, right before Halloween. I'm hearing Christmas music, right? So right now in 3rd Street Market, I'm hearing Christmas carols. I'm like, what is this? Now, mind you, they're not Christmas carols. They're non-traditional, secular Christmas carols and Christmas crap, right? Which drives me crazy because All I Want for Christmas Is You is not the appropriate song to celebrate the birth of Christ. And for everybody that's screaming and hollering, well, he wasn't born on Christmas either. We celebrate a lot of things on days that we choose, not on days they occurred. Okay, so now that we got that out the way. Music. Christmas music today is garbage. It says nothing about what it was originally for. It's been hijacked as a secular holiday. And I have two things for those who celebrate Christmas that are not Christian, but want to celebrate it because their friends' kids celebrate it. So now you want your, give it back or we're going to take it back. But if you're going to celebrate it, at least tell what it actually is. Came together, decided on a day, because there was a little disagreement on as to when. It's been determined that the birth of Christ was sometime around the spring, but instead, we're going to celebrate it here. Okay. It's a Christian holiday, not a secular holiday. And it's okay to take the day off. It's okay to celebrate it, but don't diminish it and bash it because you disagree with it. If you don't like it, leave it alone. Don't talk about it. Go on about your way. The problem is the rest of the world is taking off, which is kind of weird to me. If you don't like something, why you take it off? If you don't like something, why you? Okay. But again, nobody really cares that Jesus was born in the spring or the summer or the fall or the winter or the 25th or the 28th or March 23rd or before this, before that. That's not the point. The point is the celebration. So don't mess it up. Okay? Don't mess it up. You have any comments about my open Dr. Ken's Truth on Russia or Christmas? Yes, it's a little early because I'm trying to get it out of my system. Because every day I hear the Christmas songs, I just go, why? Like, I don't really understand why. I really don't understand. I got my top 5 at 5 o'clock in the 5 o'clock hour. Just so you know. I'm just saying. Just drives me batty. Just makes me wonder what exactly are people thinking when they decide we're gonna celebrate something 2 months early. You realize if you start before Halloween, Christmas is in 2 months. 2 months. And we're all over it. Oh, I got Christmas gifts for you. I'm looking at commercials like, what is this? That causes me not to shop at your store if you're running Christmas commercials before Thanksgiving. Like, that's an automatic no. If you want to run Black Friday, sure. I get issues with Black Friday too, but, you know, I'm just saying. And no, I really don't have an issue with Black Friday. Beats red ink, right? I'm just saying. I just don't understand sometimes. Let me check because you know I be running off at the mouth so much that I forget that we have a line. Okay, good. All right. So you can hit us on the talk and text line at 833-212-1017, or you can stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. You can just scroll down and click watch. It's amazing how that works. You got to know how to read too? Okay, guess we got to know how to read too. I'm just in one of those moods today. Just in one of those moods. Had a conversation with somebody, it didn't go well. And sometimes you just got to, you know, let it go. I'm just saying. What? Sometimes you just got to let it go. Wow. Anyway. So I took the liberty of looking up report cards for school districts. If there's a school district report card you want to look up, give me a call, 833-212-1017. I'm in the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction website that's supposed to be able to give you report cards for particular schools, right? And so I'm looking at Milwaukee. And I'm looking for it right now. Where is it? There it is. I'm looking for Milwaukee, all schools. But if there's a particular school that you want to look at, give me a call. 833-212-1017 is the number. And so I'm trying to find a particular school. That makes no sense. And so I'm looking up these schools, and I find it interesting that we now have the report cards, and it was pretty quiet. Then when we come back, I'm going to take a look, but I tried to look at the district report card, and it finally just popped up. And so when we come back, we're going to look at MPS's K3, which is ridiculous in and of itself, through K-12 public report card. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Traffic, sports, weather, all that fun stuff. Up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. This is your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
Reproductive justice, it's a framework, it's a movement, it's a vision for reproductive freedom, it's a right to have a child, it's a right to not have children, and this next part is really as important as the other parts. It's the right to birth and parent our children with dignity, and the right to live and parent our children in safe and healthy environments. So reproductive justice understands the ability of any person to control their destiny is directly related to the conditions of their communities. It looks at the intersections of discrimination in social, political, and economic systems, and it sheds lights on the barriers that these systems produce. And then we, reproductive justice advocates, fight against the barriers that prevent Black people and other people of color from exercising their rights. That's reproductive justice.
This has been your Planned Parenthood Advocates of Wisconsin Minute.
We're getting close to awarding someone $10,000. It's the third Thursday networking event featuring the pitch competition, November 21st at Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Hosted by the Wisconsin Black Chamber. It's the last chance to qualify for the pitch finale in December. Be there at 5 p.m. to register to compete. Registration to pitch is only open for 15 minutes, so be on time if you want a chance to be a finalist and compete in December for the $10,000 first place prize. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Let me say that again. The audience chooses the winner at the monthly event, so bring your family and friends to come support you. Third Thursday is not just about the pitch competition, though. There's life-changing networking opportunities, games, prizes, and music by DJ L Boogie. There is no cost to attend our Third Thursday event or compete in the pitch competition, so don't miss out. Rain Event Lounge, 231 East Buffalo, 5 to 9 p.m. Visit twbcc.com so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
This is Dr. Ken Harris from Truth in the Afternoon. Listen to The Truth all day, every day by downloading the Truth app or streaming on Spotify, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or Stitcher. Milwaukee Black Talk, 1017 The Truth.
When severe weather hits and the power goes out, do you have a plan? For reliable power and peace of mind, propane can do that. It only takes about 10 seconds for a propane-powered generator to restore power to your home. So no matter what Mother Nature has in store, you know you're prepared. Learn more more at WIPGA.org. This message is sponsored by your local propane provider and the Wisconsin Propane Education and Research Council.
We've got a crash on 41 southbound on the ramp from Hampton Avenue to 41 southbound, so careful with that. Off the freeway system, westbound Highway 18, right about at Corporate Drive, we have the right lane blocked with a crash there. Westbound 94, heavy from 20th Street all the way out to about Hawley Road. Eastbound is slowing down from 76th Street all the way through to 35th. Got some backups along southbound 894 as well, out of the zoo interchange all the way down towards Lincoln. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, partly to mostly cloudy, cooler with a low of 41. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy and breezy, chance for an afternoon rain or snow showers, a high of 46. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Stein. Milwaukee Bucks bounce back on Monday night as they beat the Houston Rockets. This one by a final score of 101-100.
Lillard drives inside, scoops to the hoop, lays it in with 3.9 seconds to go. The Bucks have taken a 1-point lead, and Damian Lillard some way, somehow finds that smallest of openings.
Lillard finished tonight with 18 points. Giannis added 20, and Brook Lopez led all Bucks scoring with 27. The homestand for Milwaukee continues on as they will host the Bulls on Wednesday night at Pfizer Forum. Over to college hoops, where the 15th ranked Marquette Golden Eagles will welcome in the 6th ranked Purdue Boilermakers tonight. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. And lastly, sticking with college hoops, the UWM Panthers looking to get back into the win column as they get set to take on Duquesne. That tip-off is set for 6 p.m. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Keep it going. 833-212-1017. Is this a slow song, medium song, or fast? Because he seems to think this is a fast song. Kind of mellow.
I think it's pretty upbeat.
Can't take him nowhere. But wait a minute. I don't take him nowhere. So.
No, we went to Metro.
Messing up my complaining. 833-212-1017 is the number. You know, we got to have a meetup at Metro one day. We need to pick a day, and then after the show, we're going to meet up. Boop, show up. What's up? How you doing? But you got to buy a cigar. I'm not buying one for you. And you got to talk, and you got to do this and do that. Because I'm not smoking a cigar. I'm not drinking. I'm going to be like, hey, y'all, and then I'm leaving. No, I'm just kidding about leaving. Okay. 833-212-1017 is the number. It is kind of warm in here, though. It is kind of like, what's going on? So before the break, we were talking about, and this isn't working, we were talking about the Milwaukee Public Schools, and I need to click that to see, download it, save. And here is the Milwaukee Public School for K-3 through 12. Enrollment 66,842, and the percent open enrollment is 3.5%. So what does that mean? That means that 0.4% American Indian or Alaska Native, Asian 8.8, Black or African American 49.5, Hispanic or Latino 28.1. Native Hawaiian or Pacific Islander, 0.1. White, 9%. Two races or more, 4.2%. But the majority of people that work there, from the looks of it, are predominantly white. Does that matter? Is that a thing? Achievement-wise, well, they get 3 stars to meet expectations. Their overall score is 58.2. Achievement, language arts is 27.8. And so what this doesn't tell me is, what do these scores mean? Are they in percentages? Are they in points? What does that mean? Mathematics, 23.0. Wow. So growth-wise, on track to graduate is 53.4%. I'm sorry. Targeted group outcomes. Achievement, growth, chronic absenteeism, and graduation, 74.8. This doesn't tell me what these numbers mean. Like, is it a percentage? Is it a score between 50 and between 0 and 100? Like, what does this all mean? What it means is that significantly exceeds expectations only 2 schools. That's 1.3%. 22 schools exceed expectation. And only 42 of the schools meet expectation. That's 27.6. So 27.6 and 14.5 and 1.3. Meets few expectations. That's 43 schools, or 28.3%. And 35 schools, or 23%, failed to meet expectations. And so because of this, DPI changed the way that they say when you don't meet expectations and all that. So alternate accountability schools, 5 are making satisfactory progress, 3 need improvement. So the school score summary, well, we'll get into that a little later. But when you look at achievement, so we need to understand what the number is. Is the number a percentage? Is the number a score where you calculate the score between 0 and 100, between 50 and 100? Like, what is it? And so I find it interesting that, once again, the Department of Public Instruction does a really poor job at actually explaining what something is without actually telling you, hey, this means this. Right? What do the ranges mean? You use a score range, maximum of 100, minimum of 83 in order to be considered significantly exceeds. But here's the bad part about it. To meet expectation, your minimum score has to be a 58 through 69.9. In comparison to what? Like, what are we comparing this to? What are the actual scores? Can anybody explain that to me? 833-212-1017. Are these scores percentages? Are they, like, what are they? How do you accumulate score? How do you create the scorecard? Like, none of that information is in here. And it's unfortunate because I think it's that way on purpose so parents don't understand just how dire and just how bad the situation is at the Milwaukee Public Schools. That the majority of the people that work in Milwaukee Public Schools get paid a significant amount of money, over $100,000 a year, and they want to keep the train running, so they do the sleight of hand thing, sleight of information. And so we keep hoping it'll get better. We think money's going to make it better. Money has not made it better. Money has not made MPS better. So can somebody help like figure this stuff out. 833-212-1017. I don't really understand what this means. Now, granted, I could probably Google it or go do a search, look it up, and then find it. But I'd rather you help me because I'm jealous like that. I'd rather you help me and figure out exactly what does this even mean. The fact that I don't even know how to quantify it. Like I don't know what that means. Like nowhere here does it say like it doesn't tell me this is what this means. Okay. So I have one thing. It's called a report card guide. Yes, I'm still searching this on air because I think it's important. I think it's important. So there's a report card guide that introduction, understanding the front page of the report card. Okay. Okay, what page number is this? It doesn't tell me, it just jumps. All right. So it's already a garbage PDF already. Okay. So that you can't hold it long enough to see what the page number is. This is how idiotic this is. Okay. Understanding the achievement area. Okay, this doesn't tell me anything. It just gives me numbers. This is garbage. All right. Thank you, Department of Public Instruction. Once again, you've made garbage of your numbers instead of making it straightforward or giving someone an equivalency of what something would actually be. Like if you were grading A through F, this is what this will be. But instead, we only grade students. Well, no, we don't grade students. Anyway, we don't grade ourselves like that. We grade students, and everyone else can just hope and pretend. And by the time you go through all of the trouble, we want to make the language be positive because we don't want to let you know that they're losing. And so MPS needs all this extra money so that they can keep their salaries and get raises. And it really has nothing to do with the kids because I've talked to people and they say they care about the children, but it doesn't look like they really do. And Keith Posley should have been let go. And anybody that's in there right now should probably not be there because this is atrocious. We'd rather complain about a fight on Netflix than complain about the children in school. So I got it now. So my question, should I even bother? Should I even bother? I mean, because nobody seems to care. And so then the question I have to ask myself is, why should I?
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it's your boy Tory Lowe, and I need to let you know the award-winning Tory Lowe Show can now be streamed live on YouTube every day from 1 to 4. I am now bringing all the smoke on YouTube every single weekday. I need you to go to YouTube right now and subscribe to 1017 The Truth and check out the award-winning Tory Lowe Show live every afternoon. Milwaukee Black Talk is now streaming live on YouTube. Now that's powerful.
What distinguishes Old National Bank from other lenders in helping people buy their first home and furthering their small businesses?
One thing that really makes us stand out is our grants. We have 2 really big grants right now specifically for first-time home buyers buying in Milwaukee County. The first one is for $15,000. They have to be buying within Milwaukee County and reach certain income limits. And then the second one is for $20,000, and that is through the Federal Home Loan Bank of Indiana. We're headquartered in Indiana. Indiana, as you know, Denise. So that is a second grant, and that is really the highest, most robust grant program throughout the entire southeastern Wisconsin area. So it's up to $35,000 essentially that a person could be receiving for their first home. If you are in a position that you're looking to buy your first home throughout Milwaukee County, please give me a call. Please contact me. I'm more than happy to help everybody that I can.
And what's your number, Anna?
Sure.
How can they reach you?
414-978-0283.
Your drink, sir?
This virtual vacation is brought to you by Milwaukee Mitchell International Airport. For the full experience, visit flymke.com to explore our many nonstop destinations. With super convenient parking and low fares, flying from Milwaukee makes traveling so easy, it's like starting your vacation early. Fly easy, fly MKE.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven center for home care, a successful center for employment, a center for trauma recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
After a crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. At Gruber Law Offices, we have the knowledge and experience to make sure you're protected. And we're here to help whenever you need us. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
When you're high, you feel different. Pretty obvious, right? You think different, talk different, but if you feel different, you drive different. So if you're high, just don't drive. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Okay, something must be off today because you playing the same rhythm of every song. All three were like, really? You're listening to
Dr. Cal. I don't know why you
it is,
like they not.
but that's not the point. I'm not saying that. I'm saying fast, slow, and you doing medium. You got to admit that. You did medium. You took the Gen Z way out. I'm just do three of the same thing. Then you can't complain. 833-212-1017. I rarely tease Jason, so I got to get him sometime. I mean, you know, he kind of put himself out there and drove up to Metro and hung out. Then was like, I can't do this. I'm getting sick. No, I'm just kidding. He did it. We had a good time. Hung out, met some folks, said hello to some people. So, Jason, I'm thinking we need to do a show on the environment. This whole climate change, global warming stuff that partially I believe in, but to the degree that people are going to scares me, and UFOs or unidentified aerial phenomenon or unidentified something phenomenon. Anyway, yeah, we need to have shows on those because we need to get to the bottom of it. We need to just once and for all make people understand what something is. I'm just saying. Because people get apoplectic about stuff that they believe that may or may not be correct, but they believe it. So, and I am not a purveyor of it's your truth. I don't think so. Things that are true stand on their own. So, I don't know. What you want to fight about now? Huh? He ain't even paying attention. Huh? What you want to fight about now, huh? Why are you harassing me now? Why you in here harassing me?
Hey, don't make me come up in there, man.
Come up in here.
I'll do to you what I did on that boxing video we did. Yeah.
What boxing video?
Yeah, for the Tyson fight. Yeah, you saw them hands. Yeah.
What hands?
I beef with you and Sherwin. All right.
Why?
I saw how you threw your hands with the little stiff arm. Yeah, I saw your elbow lock up. I saw that.
What is he even talking about? His hood is too tight? Yeah, I figured that. Yeah, is your hood too tight?
Your scalp too loose.
Yes, it is. That's why my hair comes out. It's called getting it cut.
You need hair on there.
No, I don't.
You need to grow your beard out again, Dr.
I'm not.
What's going on? Come on, beard gang. It's November.
No. You're out there by yourself. You and DJ Brother Z.
Why don't you try to be cool for once?
Oh, because I was cool, broke the mold, and now you rolled up. So I don't know what you're talking about.
So your cool is pretense. It's past tense.
That's absolutely okay.
Okay, that's cool. You got the future.
But why would I compare myself to you? Like, I don't understand.
You should be like the new guys out here.
What new guys? The useless ones? I can't hear a word you're saying because he. What?
Be like us, man.
Us who?
Be like us.
I'm the OG.
We'll do the actual truth, and then you can have your Dr. Ken's truth.
Peep this. I'm the OG. I don't really care about your truth. Like, I don't think you understand that. Like, somewhere in your mind, you seem to think that people that are older are wondering, gee, I wish I could be younger again or be like you. But we don't care, dude. And you actually think that bothers me by calling me Unc. Like, what is that?
It's actually an homage to you.
It's not an homage. It's a verbal slant eye. I get it. Right?
Why are you so sensitive about it?
Why is it when people challenge Gen Z, they think you're being sensitive when in fact you're trying to be very nice and not really show them how completely and totally weird they are? Okay. So what?
I'm a millennial, man. I ain't no Gen Zer.
Yes, you are.
What? How you gonna tell me?
I can tell you what I want to tell you. That's the point. I'm an OG. I can do what I want.
You know what?
You can't do
are
nothing.
Right about that.
So go sit yourself down.
Right.
Go sit yourself down.
Right about me.
I got it right about anything I say. And if you don't like it, we can fight about it outside. 3rd Street, Wisconsin. You and me, title bout December 1st.
That sounds like a challenge. I like it.
Yep. All right. Because you know I'm going to fall out, right? He gonna hit me.
Get that good karma brand.
Call 911. Oh, dude! All he did is shake your hand. See, I'm gonna just fall out and you hurt me.
Let's work out this insurance claim. We got David.
Elder
We'll figure it all out.
Look, elder
let's
abuse.
Get paid, Dr.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. They probably give. They'll let us split like $78. That's all people
Craig gonna take everything.
Y'all silly. They come see me in Ben fight. They can be like, the tickets were $100, but we only got $78 because nobody would pay the $100. Anyway, y'all see how Ben be jumping on me and treating me? That's what I'm talking about. With a little pointed head self with a hoodie on. Hoodie supposed to be round, not pointed. So it's like he got a pointed beard here and a pointed beard here. Wow. You did that, I didn't. Don't be getting me in trouble. Jason was, dude ain't getting me in trouble. But no, I mean, yeah, you are kind of old, though, Ben. You are a millennial. Yeah, barely.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, being 32. But you know what, though? I'm not.
Barely.
I heard this once before. A great philosopher of our time, you know.
What do you mean, our time?
Jay-Z or Sean
If
Carter.
you're alive, it's your time. Like, what are you trying to say?
Well, what he wanted to go say is
and Jay-Z 50, dude. Like, what are we doing?
You know, and I feel better than ever. I'm at peak condition right now, you know.
For what? Sleep?
Mentally, you know, physically.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Most people older than you have literally forgotten more than you know.
I mean, you know, hopefully the things that I have forgotten are things I don't need anymore. You know, it's just leaked into my
If you're forgetting stuff at your age, you're forgetting stuff that you need.
I think you be forgetting stuff, Dr. Ken. I think you ate too many sugars throughout your life.
No.
And that's an affected your memory.
I just don't care anymore. So when people ask me about it, I go, what? Why would I need to bother with that?
You do remember you got a break in the next 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Can you count that far?
You know,
Okay.
I count. That's my racing education.
He said that, I didn't. He said it. I didn't say that. I like Racine. I like Kenosha. I like Illinois. Don't like Ben.
I think you like Racine and Kenosha because they went red. They went Republican. That's why you like them.
Why do you make dumb comments like that? That don't make no sense. Like, right? You know, it's like he throws shade on somebody. Did you hear what Ben said about? Like what?
It's just like what America does. You know, America sees fights happen.
No, we're not talking about America. We're talking about Ben.
Throw a knife in there and let it.
But we're talking about Ben. But number one, talking about Ben. Number two, you got to come a little harder than that. That's all you got. Dude, go back to Racine. Don't come back. That's all you got. That's pretty weak.
All right.
That's pretty weak.
Maybe I'll go ahead and be a police officer first, and then I'll come back, and then I'll have the proper mindset to talk to you.
I don't know if that's it either. You're just not old enough. The button wasn't pushed, so I didn't hear a word you said.
Mm.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, but, you know, with age comes wisdom. Like, I'd love to have your wisdom and then just be my age.
Yeah, no, you wouldn't. Because, see, it's not wise for me to sit here and talk to you, but here I am doing it like a dummy.
Well, I mean, it's entertainment, right?
That's like a sideways, and he didn't even get it.
TV show or something. Right?
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But part of it is that people just don't talk.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I think a lot of the biggest reasons is because, you know, how society.
We only got 30 seconds.
Right? We're supposed to talk through digital mediums.
That's true. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, thank you much. I appreciate it.
All good.
Later. See, that was easy. Thought he was going to come on and take over my show. We finna fight. We finna fight. Right after I do my top 5 at 5 and we go off for Panther basketball. I'm just saying. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Top 5 at 5 up next.
Tune in to the award-winning 1017 The Truth's Business Spotlight this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. between The Tori Lowe Show and Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris. Me, your girl Noni Juice, will be joined by Tamara Castle, CRA Mortgage Loan Officer at Associated Bank. Tamara and I will discuss their first-time homebuyer's guide and how Associated Bank can help you get started on your home buying journey. So again, tune into the Business Spotlight with Associated Bank this Thursday at 3:57 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Tap into Milwaukee's most entertaining morning show.
Telly was getting frustrated because he couldn't connect to Wi-Fi, and he was like, Tony said, oh, crud.
Oh.
I was like,
wow.
Crud? Oh, crud knuckles.
Tony get all of my words on the golf course because I don't curse, and if I do something wrong, my go-to word is fudge.
Listen to Truth Be Told with DT and Telly weekdays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
My name is Ariel. When I arrived in the U.S. at 19, I struggled to find job opportunities without my high school diploma. My entire life changed when I took a chance and got my high school diploma at age 22. Everything I have, my education, my career, my marriage, I owe to the Adult Literacy Center and my teachers. They were with me every step of the way, helping with my English and math, making sure I push through all the challenges.
Ariel, your success proves that what I'm doing as a teacher has real meaning.
It was an honor helping you achieve your greatness. Now you're helping others achieve theirs. It inspires me.
Education was the key that unlocked all my opportunities.
When you graduate, they graduate. Find free and supportive adult education centers near you at finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. You tell Ben if he want to fight anytime, anywhere, any place. Because I'm going to fall out like you have no idea. Ben going to look at me and I'm going to just fall out. Ugh. They could be like, oh my God, what happened, Dr. Harris? Ben beat me up. Ben jammed me up. And then I'm going to fall out. And then it'll be great. Take off the rest of the year. End up in Cancun. It'll be terrible. It'll be great. It will. I'm going to be like, that's him. Then they're going to take a picture of Ben, and they're going to make it real dark with his hoodie on. He's going to come get us. We got to watch out for Benjamin. And they're not going to be smart enough to know that your name is Benjamin. It's going to be funny. It's going to be funny. But those are the kind of conversations you got to have between, your elders and young folk. Young millennials in the community talk about stuff, chop it up, and not get all emotional or mad at each other or, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. He called me old. He said there's a couple of side-eye things up in there, but that's okay. It's Ben. That's my dude. We was both here since day one, so you know how that goes.
Number 5.
This from Fox News. Prosecutors request a stay in the Trump New York case until 2029 as defense plans motion for dismissal once and for all. So, New York prosecutors are requesting a stay until at least 2029 in New York versus Trump as the president's defense attorneys prepare to move to dismiss the case entirely. Prosecutors wrote a letter to Judge Juan Marchand today, who agreed last week to grant a stay on all deadlines associated with the conviction proceedings against Trump in the final months before he takes office. Marchand granted the request and issues a stay on all deadlines, including the November 26th sentencing date, to consider the effect on his election as president. Prosecutors have asked for the pause in proceedings, which they said would allow them to better evaluate the impact of Trump's new status as then president-elect. As a result of the election held on November 5th, 2024. Defendant's inauguration as president will occur on January 20th, 2025. Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg wrote to Marshawn on Tuesday. Given the need to balance competing constitutional interests, consideration must be given to various non-dismissal options that may address any concerns raised by the pendency of a post-trial criminal proceeding during the presidency, such as deferral of all remaining criminal proceedings until after the end of the defendant's upcoming presidential term. So you're going to leave somebody on the hook for 4 years? That doesn't sound right. About anybody. Black, white, Hispanic, Asian, president, not president, that doesn't sound right, that you would leave somebody on the, hanging on for like 4 years. I don't get it. Ain't got nothing to do with Trump. Has everything to do with the fact that if you'll do it to him, he'll actually do it to anybody.
Number 4.
From news1.com, there's a study. In 1975, only 1% of public schools had their own police officers. Today, 44% do. Large reason is the increase of Violent Crime Control and Law Enforcement Act of 1994, which went with the crime bill. Right? Research now shows that police officers in schools don't always prevent violence. That's a dumb statement to make when we already know nobody could be there 100% of the time anyway. So for you to say that, we already know, including school shootings. Of course, you can't read people's minds. It's the aftermath they have to deal with. In fact, their presence can harm students. Well, you need to raise your children to be tougher, smarter, faster, not worry about the law, not be afraid of the law, but to actually not break it. How's that? Is that okay? Okay. Here are 5 reasons police in schools, also known as school resource officers, actually make students less safe. They don't address the root problems. It's not their job. So that shows a little disconnect right there. Number 2, their role is not well defined. That's because you all use the police to be everything to everybody. That's a problem. They got to be social workers. They got to be physicians. They got to be nurses. They got to be, it's just too much, right? Priest. Number 3, they do not increase students' feelings of safety. Is it their job to make you feel safe? You've trained and raised your kids to be afraid of the police. You've trained and raised your kids to hate the police. Then when they go to school and see the police, they're not going to like them. They're going to hate them. Number 1. I'm sorry, 3A. 3B is that your cops aren't there to be liked. They're there to do a job. We're not there to kiss people's rings and sing kumbaya and, oh my God, we're here, we love you. No, that's not their job. Number 4, they contribute to the school to prison pipeline. First of all, if you don't commit a crime, you're not getting in the pipeline. Are there some crooked cops and crooked prosecutors that put you in that line? Absolutely. Probably significantly less than 0.1%. Schools that use on-campus police for law enforcement and other duties like mentoring are 118% more likely to report property crimes. How about you not commit the property crime? Like, how stupid are you to say this? Yes, I know. I owe you dinner. I get it. And then 5, they sometimes infringe on students' rights. They're one of the few entities in the entire country that is able to infringe on your rights and infringe upon your freedom and take you into custody. So I don't know what it is you expect from the police. I don't know what it is in your mind you think the police should be doing, but I'm just, that just makes no sense. So then leave them, right? Just leave all the schools, and when it happens, don't respond. That's what I say, but I'm just me.
Number 3.
This from JS Online. More than 4 in 5, 83% of holiday travelers in the U.S. are changing their vacation plans to save money. Now, Spirit Airlines just filed bankruptcy. So you ain't flying Spirit, but then again, you can fly because they're reconfigurating, they're reimagining. I'm trying to be nice. They're reimagining their debt in order to make sure that they can reconfigure it so that they can make all the debt payments and maybe spread it out longer. They didn't go out of business. They didn't file Chapter 7. Bankrate senior credit card analyst Ted Rossman said the issue lies with cumulative effect of inflation. Multiple years of paying more for everything, from housing to food to gas, discretionary stuff, toilet paper, you name it, has eroded savings, increased debt, and prices are still rising. They're just rising more slowly. In October, prices were 2.6% higher than the year before, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics' latest consumer price index. That figure is also up by 0.2 from 2.4% in September. So it just keeps quietly going up. So one way travelers are looking to save, shorten the trip. 32% of respondents indicating plans to do so in the financial website on October 21st survey. They found that 28% of travelers are opting instead to fly, not drive. So we're at a point now where it's more expensive to drive than it is to fly. And so which one would you do? I wonder which one would you do? Me personally, I'm staying home.
Number 2.
Jerry Boyle, known for defending serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, has passed away at age 88. Gerald Boyle, Milwaukee attorney who had a long and high-profile legal career in Milwaukee, was best known for defending serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer, has passed away. Boyle, 88, gained fame as Dahmer's attorney in 1992, and it made him one of the most sought-after defense attorneys in Wisconsin for years. His daughter, who I met years ago, Bridget Boyle, confirmed her father's death to the Journal-Sentinel and said there was no specific cause to his death. He previously told the Journal-Sentinel that he had been in poor health since 2017. He's survived by Marna, his wife of more than 50 years, his 3 children, Ellen, Bridget, and Gerald. Bridget and Gerald both practiced law with him at different times. People he's helped throughout his career, whether their name was famous or whether or not they were somebody walking down the sidewalk, is so immense. And so you got to give it to Jerry Boyle. I remember him when I was a police officer, and he's done some phenomenal things here in the city of Milwaukee, and he will definitely be missed.
Number 1.
Now back to it. Wisconsin schools get their report card. So you can go to JS Online and you can look it up. Data released from the Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction today shows 84% of Wisconsin public schools met, exceeded, or significantly exceeded expectations for last year. That number is up slightly from the 2022-2023 year. Looking at the school districts as a whole rather than individual schools, 94% in 2023-2024 met, exceeded, or significantly exceeded that, the same as in 2022-2023. They even gave private schools, some of them, a state report card. Milwaukee Public Schools received a meets expectations rating for 2023-2024, which is absolutely ridiculous. The same rating it gave for 2022-2023. And so was that during the same time that we lied about the money and lied about owing the money, and that the same people that you owed money to were saying how great you were, hoping you'd get the money? So, makes no sense to me.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. The Truth app is home for all the Milwaukee Panther content you would want.
He'll dart baseline, and he will tomahawk it home with his right hand.
From conversations on the airwaves.
We're going to defend every board up the floor and every bounce and every pass. And we've got good depth, and you have to have good depth for the way we play.
To game highlights.
At the top, rises for three over Young and buries it.
Find The Roar on the Truth app, Apple, Spotify, and wherever else you get your podcasts to keep up with Panthers hoops.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year, 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
What's poppin', Truth Nation? It's your girl Noni Juice here for my friends at Steinhoffels. And there is nothing better than a great night's sleep on a Tempur-Pedic mattress from Steinhoffels. The advanced pressure relieving power makes aches and pains a thing of the past. Right now at Steinhoffels, you can save up to $300 on mattresses and up to $200 when you upgrade to an adjustable base. Plus, you can get $300 in Steinhoffels cash. And Queen Tempur-Pedic mattresses start at just $48 per month when you use Steinhoffels 60-month financing. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Let's talk about the opportunity gap. What's that? It's the way that factors like race, language, economic status, and family situations contribute to lower rates of success in educational achievement, career prospects, and other life aspirations.
That's not fair.
For nearly 3 decades, Milwaukee College Prep has been redefining what's possible. With 4 K-4 through 8 nonprofit charter schools in central Milwaukee, plus a pre-K program, MCP has been removing unfair barriers for children since 1997. Donate today at mkeprep.com.
Here at the new 1017 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 1017 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices. Milwaukee, Black Talk.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
TikTok, you don't stop. Stop to the TikTok, you don't stop. Stop to the TikTok, you don't stop. Stop to the TikTok, you don't stop. Stop to the
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Garage doors giving you a headache. The best way I know how to deal with it is to call my friends at Geis. Family owned since 1955, Geis is the trusted authority on garage doors and openers in southeastern Wisconsin. Trust me, I use them too. With brands like CHI, LiftMaster, they've got doors for every budget. They'll even build custom designs to meet your exact needs. So for fast, reliable garage repair solutions, go to geisdoors.com. That's GEIS doors.com. Or call 262-784-4250. So I remember I didn't think about it. I got garage doors. Oh, I got garage doors. He said, okay, what kind of door you want? I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. He said, but what you want it to look like? I was like, I have no idea. So finally I said that it can just like go away. It can just give me a door. I don't know. And then I drove down the alley and said, and I took a picture of the garage door and said, I want it to look like that, but I want it that color. They were like, oh, no problem. We got that. And knocked it out. 262-784-4250. Call them. Say Dr. Ken. Say a call. Don't think twice. Call Geis. I'm serious because I did. And they hooked the brother up. And I've got two really good, fabulous. Now, here's the only problem I don't like about these doors. You ready? They're too quiet. They are entirely too quiet. Like, I'm used to the old, like, I had old wooden doors, right? And then when it hit the ground, okay, the garage door is closed. Everybody in the neighborhood, your garage door closed. Whereas now, like, I don't even need a remote anymore, right? I can use my phone to open and close my garage door. It has a code. It's amazing. Now, the cool thing about it is you can open it from anywhere. I could be in Istanbul if I got Wi-Fi or data. I need my garage door open. I'm locked out. Boop. And I can open it. I guess the flip side to that is if you lose your phone, you lose everything, right? You can't get in, and then you're just there. But the cool thing about it, it's you can program it, you can reprogram it. It's just amazing. I love technology. Hey, I want to remind everybody the award-winning 101.7 The Truth is the proud home of Milwaukee Panthers basketball. Panthers look to get back in the win column tonight. They'll be in Pittsburgh to take on the Duquesne Dukes. Scott Juarez has the coverage starting at 5:30. That's in about 10 minutes. Well, more like 9. On the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Panther basketball sports network from Learfield. You can check it out. We'll have it right here and on the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. I can never say Learfield. Lear, Learfield. Anyway, you can check it out right here. Tip-off is set at 6 o'clock, so, make sure you hang out. 833-212-1017 is the number. Now, see, I would say people are going to be upset because then they're going to go and they're going to check and they're going to call me and then they're going to be like, yep, he didn't. Somebody said, I'd pay to see Torrey and Sherwin box it out. Would that be worth the fight? Would that be worth paying for?
Oh, I'll watch that.
I ask you if you watch it. See, people never answer the question you ask. They answer what they think they want to say, right? And I can say that because I do the same thing. But I asked you, do you want to pay to see them fight? He said, I'll watch them fight. I said, you want to pay. And clearly he don't want to pay.
Oh, I don't know about paying.
He was like, no, I am not paying anybody a dime to watch Torrey Lowe. Well, no, I would. We need to call a boxing promoter. Where's Ben at when you need him? We need a boxing promoter, right? Could have a fight right out there on 3rd and Wisconsin. Set up a ring, had Torrey in it, and be duking it up, right? Y'all don't think so? Wow. Craig is too busy laughing. Craig's like, yeah. He said he pay. So if he said he pay, I pay. Why not? Let me see. How much money I got? How much cash you got in your pocket? He probably ain't got no cash. I don't have any.
Cash? No, I don't carry cash.
I don't have any cash on me whatsoever. And if cell phones go down, I'm done.
I don't even know my debit card at.
Wow. Ah, that's terrible. That's terrible. I mean, I got so used to using my phone and using all sorts of different pay things that I don't really have a wallet. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Milwaukee Panther basketball is up next with Scott Juarez at 5:30, 6 o'clock tip-off. The Duquesne Dukes in Pittsburgh. Check out your Panthers right here. Then when game's over, you can check out Torrey Lowe and the whole gang, including me, And for the next 22 hours, I'll be waiting to return on Wednesday night hump day. Hey, God bless. Take care. Jason, appreciate you, brother. DJ Brother Z. No, I'm not going to box him. I'm out. Hey, God bless. Take care. I'm out. It's 101.7 The Truth's Dr. Ken Harris for Pella Windows and Doors.